What up, guys? This is for Walmart. Um, um, a person named Sabina. I used to date in Carrollton, Texas. Her mom and her dad used to work there with a friend named Vincent, and we went to orientation. And let me tell you something. Digman Miller, when she denied me to be with your racism, I want that Vincent worked there and everything. When she denied to me and she tried to play like she didn't know me with racism of your I want 30 million. This was back in 2015 and 12, 16 when one of my friends, Vincent, brother friends worked there and I used to work there. You want truth and honesty? I just told the Justice Department, I'm going to put this on your YouTube video. You hear me? I put it on YouTube. I want him to know something. You're fake. You say your state is very important. Your state legislator, your line of dishonesty doesn't mean because everybody got a job to do to be honest. That means every Texas legislator, you said something about importance to tell the truth and it's very when you doing business. God said when you doing business, you have to tell the truth. I'm gonna tell you, Charles. Charles knew that I worked at U-Haul and I had a disability, but he wanted to treat me wrong. Charles and Renee, what was said in that office, Doug Miller? What was said in that office? You see, honesty is not being given. You forced me to discharge from you. Honesty is not being given. So this is what we're going to do. What was said in that office? Right now, the FBI going to get it. What was said up in that office? Fuck New Orleans, that black tone boy, and you retarded. Russell might don't know what all been said because he just let it happen. Him and Renee racism. What was said up in that office? See, you see, this is for Doug Miller. Let's get to what was said up in that office. What was said up in that office, right? What was said up in that office, right? What was said up in that office? Hey, Doug Miller want the truth. Oh, he can't handle the truth. You can't handle it, man. You can't handle what was said. My mama didn't even want me to come back to Walmart after Ticket to Work program. And Ticket to Work program didn't even want me to come back. Your manager called my mama and asked me to come back. Then you put me in the office and saying racist thing. You don't know honesty, Doug Miller. But Senator Ted and they talk about honesty is very important with your legislators about business. You don't understand business. Let me tell you, people, family jealous and friend jealous. One time when me and Mirza did music and we was recording, and we was recording music in Carrollton, Texas, one of the friends said on Facebook, you use everybody. I didn't get this for Sabina. I got this for history. I got this because I know what you was on. This is remember past and present. Jay-Z got a song called Holy Grill of Justice with Timbaland. When you deny me, hey, your worker, everybody, some of my friends in there. Mirza dad worked there at 1216. Mirza mama, Sabina mom them worked there. But you define racism, right? You want honesty? You can't handle honesty. But I would not bend down God would not bend down to Senator Ted and Governor Abbott that follow your rules and your community. I just filed another complaint on Tum Tum when I went on Tum Tum. When I went in there, I think last year, this year, I went in an interview. I asked them about an interview, and the lady gonna talk about when they look at the camera, they're gonna be able to see. When I went in the store this year, last year, I went in the store. They're gonna be able to look at my picture, and I'm out to write and tell them at this Tum Tum over here when I came in the store. The lady looked at me in my face, talking about, I wish you would tell on us, right? What she said the last time. Oh, you think they care about you, right? God care about me when you don't believe. These women believe in rap. No, God care about me in the spirit. Our government don't even have to believe in me, but God believe in me. The heavens believe in me. Right? Hey, we just told the Justice Department what we was going to get on here and do. This validation for you. A friend named Raphael and his sister them in the house. And brother them, Raphael did this tattoo. But I got this because I know it was going to come a time like this when I was going to have to deal with you. I got this from memory. You know, when I was up in New Orleans, Metairie, in Katrina, before Katrina, I was in New Orleans, Metairie. And I was in the school over there. My teacher was the wrestling coach in Metairie in New Orleans. But I was in regular gym and this black girl say, we don't run a retarded nigga as a rapper and hip hop say they ain't rap, damn racist. And God said, I want you to remember what that black girl told you in New Orleans and Katrina. I just confronted Taylor. Taylor say, I wasn't rude to you. I got stabbed in New Orleans East in an apartment with Lil Wayne. This girl, I remember in New Orleans courtroom, when I was in New Orleans, this girl brother used to always be shy. Used to always be shy. And in New Orleans East used to always be shy. And he used to always come in there and check up on me. And Lil Wayne used to sit on the porch. And he used to always come and check up on me. He had a gold, he had a pair of Soldier Slim and the Reeboks. My East apartment taught me how to swim. They taught me how to swim. Like, I never forget that. My friends in the East apartment taught me how to swim. I had a cast on my arm. And they took me through the little water and there was a little same, and they said, Hubert, I'm going to teach you how to swim. They took me, one of my friends in the apartment took me from the little water in the East apartment where Gutter and them stayed. And they took me for the rim and said, Hubert, I need to. And took me out of that. You don't know honesty, right? Mirza's baby mama, we're going to talk about Mirza's baby mama. We also going to talk about that. Mirza's baby mama came and checked up on me. And she said, Hubert, you okay? She saw what Charles and Steve and Rebecca was doing. Don't tell me that, Doug McMillan. Racism, threat, a mistreatment. You want honesty, right? Grizz is a better leader than you ever was. Grizz is a better leader. And I'm going to tell you, Grizz is a better leader than you ever was, man, McMillan. I'd rather him take your place than you. Grizz is a better leader than Charles, Steve, Renee, all of them. Felicia, Yvonne. Grizz is a better leader than all of you. Even better than Jeff. You don't know leadership. Houston News talk about leadership. Charles, Grizz is leadership. That's leadership. That's leadership. You Houston News, you don't know leadership. I'm going to tell you something what Grizz did. Grizz took me to the back 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Somebody, Charles even got there. He said, Hubert, we ain't worried about Charles and them. He took me on that forklift way in the back with nobody there. And he said, I'm going to show you how to work this machine. And I went to Irvin, and I know how to work it. 2 days they let me work the machine. I know how to work it. When I worked at a factory in Irvin, before I got back in there, I'm making coffee. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing this and that. I was able to Grizz to be so proud of me if he know I know how to work that machine. In Irvin, Grizz would be so proud of me. And when he saw me in Irvin working that machine, he would be so proud of me. Oh, what he taught me. You know what he said when I left you, Doug McMillan? I'm happy for you. Grizz supposed to been left. Grizz was going to leave his wife. Oh, his wife, every time we went to NASCAR, you and Hubert have a good time. Show me text message. Grizz was going to leave. He was going to leave you. But you was blind. Right? Now your employees want to trick me and play you nothing but a lame, right? I remember the time Hubert, he showed me how to use the scrubber. He took me through the front aisle. And he started like, Hubert, you don't work that like that. The water coming out there. And he like Hubert, you don't work that like that. And then on the scrubber, he started laughing. It was just so hilarious. Grizz just started laughing. And and we had fun. You know what else Grizz did? You know what else Grizz did, Doug McMillan? You know what he did? I want you to look at the cameras. I want the Justice Department to look at the cameras. I want him to see me. I want you to see me. I want your piece of crap to see me, Doug McMillan. Watching me work that pallet jack every time on that claim truck comes. When Grizz needed, he said, fuck this fake ass, racist ass shit. He put that fake ass badge on me and that vest. And that's working. And when I went to the other store, everybody from the milk in a claim truck asking me from where Grizz at. The vendors, where Grizz at? I said, I lost Grizz. Hey, where Grizz at? Even the people that come, some of the kids, some of the grown men that don't even work with the company, where Grizz at in the back? Where Grizz at? Grizz is more of a man than you ever was. Grizz is more of a man that you and Steve and Jeff ever was. He is more of a man. I consider him a leader than you, than Steve and all of you. Know Rob didn't like me. Look at your camera. Rob saw how far and he panicked. And then we saw a picture up in there. He wanted me to forgive. Oh, we can forgive, but we can't forget. I thrive off your racism. I thrive of a black person and a white man. I thrive off it. God said they want us to forgive and tell us not to fight when they bring us down. God said, I want you to use that to motivate you, to keep you thriving when they can't change. Never forget. And then I'm trying to tell Social Security, oh, I'm going through racism. Oh, Social Security, you lied to me and cut me off. We know we was going to have something to do. Let me tell you, we know the hard worker was ahead of me not interacting because Miss Tammy, at DFW Airport, that manager was already jealous. He didn't want me there. But Miss Tammy like, hold up. We already know racism. But Miss Tammy was like from Ticket to Work program saying, when they lied on me and the manager was already he didn't already want me there. He was already rolling his eyes in the hallway like a racist little girl at Smart Cut, and the black people were jealous. But when other people at Smart Car started to and other people on the other side, like Starbucks, all the rest of these people started to have interest in me. At racism, man couldn't stand that. Him and his black employees. I didn't even do nothing and I got fired. The guy went off on me. One of the same guy that was at 7-Eleven in Carrollton, Texas, and Dallas. And yeah, he knew my brother. And he looked at me. Racism of a black man looked at me in Dallas at DFW. And Miss Tammy from Ticket to Work program said, that don't sound like you, but what did you do him? That bitch-ass white man with those black... Miss Tammy, you know what Tammy said? Get that racist shit. Miss Tammy called me up. Man, I didn't get mad. One thing I got mad at Miss Tammy for what happened at Irving when that lady told me to shut up and go back and do what I do. And you want answers, Governor Abbott? Come on. You want a side? Come on. We just sued the ticket though. You want answers? Come on, Governor Abbott. You want to question me with your community? Let's do this. Let's do this, Governor Abbott. Your community want to complain but can't change it. But can't change it. Right? But your call center hang up in my face and I try to tell them what was going on and lied to me, right? You don't know honesty. Our government don't know honesty. God is giving you honesty right now. I told you, I did not have a good time with that money. It was pain because I tried to go. God said, don't you come at me. Your community that think about themselves of 1 billion years from now. All right? 1 billion years from now. Let me tell you something. My name will echo through the universe. The street trying to call me a snitch when they racial profile me. But God said, you ain't no snitch. Hip-hop gonna call you a snitch because they liars. God said you're gonna be remembered as a God. You're gonna remember with me. You know, Yellow Breezer say he carry power. God, I say I carry power. My nation carry power. I was out there inside of Walmart and I hugged my flag. Everybody looking at me. I got caught at 1:30 today, okay, for a ticket of intimidation of civil rights that intimidated me across the street. They stood up there and intimidated me and forced me across the street. Right? You want answers? Let's give you this answers. You want something? Let's give it to you. You want honesty? To give it to you. God said you don't talk about honesty. When I told people, if you want me at Walmart, we Ticket to Vote program do one job. Fill out it. We the one that's going on the interviews. They stay there for 3 months. Then CBL. If I'm your Walmart CEO, 20 or 30 people, we're going to hire people to do CBLs for disability. Nash and Neo take care of them. And we're going to have people that's going to come in there and work with the CBL. Grizz even stood by me. You see, if Grizz is right there with me, I would ask Grizz to partner up with me in Walmart. I would ask him right now, not just as a co-worker, as a friend, as guidance. Have you did? At Grizz, you're here right now. I let him open up a little cooking little restaurant in Walmart. Because he can cook fried fish and let him have his little business there with his wrench. I asked if Grizz can be there. I would like Grizz. J-Lo say, I would like Grizz there. To be there. That's leadership. Grizz took me to the office across the street from 1216. Charles didn't like that. Racism of black people, Charles didn't like that. Charles didn't like that. He taking me to Home Depot. I went 3 times to the Walmart paper room. I went 3 times. And he took me to the building. You know when Grizz left? Yvonne start the guy in the girl in the cash room in the back started talking down on me, and then want to refer me to get a job at Kroger's. And she know my baby mama at Kroger's, right? My job is I don't want to teach my kid no racism. I don't want to teach my kid to go against a disability. That's not cool. That's not cool. I don't want to teach my kid racism. My stepson, I don't want him to be around there. And this lady up there that worked at Walmart and she worked for Kroger's in that room. And she did me wrong in that room. No, I say don't you talk to me and my mother-in-law, we couldn't get along. My thing was to protect my stepson. I don't want my son to know racism of a black woman. I need them to know who the spirit is. Let me tell you, when I got a remote control car and I bought it from Walmart, I used to push my Gainesville tried to rob me of that. Those racism, that's why me and Texas got a problem. The mayor know I was innocent. And at Gainesville, me and you, we got a problem, Texas. We got a problem. That DA not dumb. And I'm going to show them. I'm going to show them. You smiling in my face. All that smiling in my face. I know they want to take my place. That Mexican, God said the state of Texas don't know me yet. Dallas, you don't know me, courtroom. You're going to know God now. Everybody in that courtroom, you don't know me now. But when I step in that courtroom, the next time I step in that Dallas courtroom, you're going to know me. You hear me? I want them to know that played with me. And I want to see Judge Kennedy and the DA arrested. Don't tell me you sorry. Don't hand me just a check and tell you sorry. I want Judge Kennedy and the DA arrested. You want to play this game? Yellow Priest is talking about forgive. We don't do that. This is not about Yellow Priest. Right? You talk about honesty, right? We talk about honesty, right? What was said in that Walmart, right? I want him to listen to him. What was said in that Walmart, right? What was said in that Walmart? You talk about honesty, right? God said we moving forward that. Let her deny me. I don't care. Do her. Her mama try to play me like I don't know what's been going on. I've been around them since I was a kid. And all that bull crap. Right? September horoscope. Sagittarian horoscope. God said, and we have this, we're gonna have people that's sitting and be able to do that. To be able to sit in Walmart and be able to interview, to be able to sit by disability in each stores around the world, to be able to, since the employees and Miss Nash in New York don't want to waste their time. we're going to have 20 people go to a lot of stores around the world and work with disability on their CPL. And all that managers want to do with them, they can fold clothes, they can do bells, they can help do, it's so many things that they can do. They can help people out with the clothes racks. There's so many things that they can do. But we dealing with that. You want to know? Let's talk about that. Dylan Miller want honesty. I would not bend down to you and to Senator Ted and the community and society. God would not bend. They say they love me. You don't love me. Because even when you vote, you betray me. Even when you vote, you betray me. Your voting, that vote don't mean nothing without how you treat people and how you act. You just have a paper. You just have a piece of paper. You don't love me like you say. God know when your heart is at 50%. God know. And another thing, when I was in that back room, I walked in and I read their lips with your manager talking down on me. I Ron James them, and they couldn't take care of you, and you trying to make me look bad. Dylan Miller, you and your employees trying to make me look bad. God said, I won't allow you to ruin me. God said, I won't allow you to ruin me. I feel like I was in an episode of Stranger Things. Like when they was in that thing, and Xavier acting an ass and jealousy. Sabina, uncle, one of Sabina family members, Tabin and them came up and they said, we miss you, Hubert. Summer, everybody. My managers came, old managers. One of the person that my manager from you all, work in your bread factory that deliver for you. Let me tell you, the Coca-Cola vendors in there, they seen how hard I work. You know, they seen that hard I work. Every morning, they try to get me to come in there. Oh, Charles don't deserve you. Come here, work for us. And these Coca-Cola drivers, they need to start having people sit on the side. All right, if you can sit on the side of me in the truck, all right, sit on the side and start teaching. And they wait there, bam, bam, bam. You come there, that person standing right there. He's already on the truck. When he come there, he's already on the truck and he's stocking there. That's a disability job. You teaching that person. That person might don't have a car. He go to your factory. You get on the Coca-Cola truck with him and he, bam, bam, you teach him how to bend and do all that. And he stay there till it's time to go home and he go back to the factory. And he go back with an employee to work. And he go back there. And he go back with them. It's so many things that y'all can do different in our society. But you got to be willing to have change. You know, when I went to 2996, Steve was unorganized. Charles and the rest of them, they abused their power. And I said, this is what I said. I got Rebecca's husband here, and he worked with me before. And I said, hold up. He actually worked with me. So I said, I don't got Charles and Steve. I don't got none of these people here. And when the Benders they come in the morning, Miss Deborah, Miss D, we got stuff all over the place. The vendors can't even do their job at 6. Miss Deborah and them, they got trash, they got boxes, the bell, because Charles and Steve abusing us. I don't know about them because they need their job. No, abusing me. Oh, we got to come and get the employees to stock a job. No, we got to do trash, abusing the power. They don't care about their work. That's their problem. Everybody that worked for them. And when I was at that store in Munford over there in Addison, you know what your black person said? We using him, right? On Munford and Addison over there, in Addison, Texas. We using. I had my eyes on everybody. I just wasn't paying attention to that old employee. We using him, right? And then the guy that say, oh, he can't help it that we lying on people. Look at the people that eyes that I was looking at. Look at the percentage. Look at the Justice Department. Look at the direction. Who was looking at me? Just like in that courtroom. God said, when you look at that camera, who was looking at me? In that camera in Addison. Look at the people in the direction that I was looking at. God said, look at it. This video footage. God said, look at it. Look at who was looking at me. Look at the employees. And then I'm on the other side with my son. Joe Biden know I was innocent. He know what it came with talking about Social Security. You've been watching me the whole time. Don't let this go down like this. They care about themselves. God said, you don't love me. You know what got me wrote up? Listening to what Jessica and them say and showing them. After, they don't pay me enough to do that, and you make me sick. Even your manager, right? You make me sick. You come back to work, I'ma show you, right? Right? Let's talk about it, Doug Miller. Me listening to y'all, that dumb, and then Jessica manager up there jealous. You say I ain't friendly with everybody, right? That guy Billy that came in there, and that marketing manager Spirit, rolled the eyes, man, Billy Electronics. I told the Justice Department, look at the thing, right? Me and Billy reading the book, right? We reading the book, and he telling me, he's a marketing manager, and he wanted me to go to this seminar thing and help out about radio station. And this marketing manager rolled her eyes in the Spirit, and I told him to look at, you don't want to treat me right when I'm on your clock, and you don't want to treat me right when I'm off your clock, right? Let me tell you something. When I was on your clock, you stood in my face corporate office and you racial profiled me. You looked straight at me. I know who you was. And I told the Justice Department to look at you you looked me straight in my eyes and racial profile me corporate. You think I didn't know who you was? You playing games. Let's talk about when you came in McDonald's on my break, ear hustling on my conversation. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. Trying to listen. Dylan Miller, God said, when you betray me, we got to understand it. You betray, but the people don't care. The black people and them don't care. Look at them, how they doing. Don't deceive me. I don't see the devil. I see your spirit. I see your mindset. James, I told James, after I wrote James and James told, I passed by that room 8 times with his door open. and I study his mindset. You know when the man put me up in the room, your Chinese racist man put me up in the room, he looked at me in my eyes with racism. You know, I played dumb for saying, write this. And he racial profiled me. I know your employee wasn't willing to work with me. Your racism wasn't willing to work with me. I told CEOs, you're not willing to. God said, is you ready for change? We'll create more jobs. We're going to have people bagging up the groceries, even at the checkout line. We don't want nobody doing that. They can scan, but we're going to bag it up. Even at the checkout line. That's another job. We can even have people pushing the cars out to the cars, even at the register, and bringing it to them. Not pushing the cars out the cars and bringing them while they walk. That's another job. See your customer smile. They can be pushing it with their kids, and they can be in the front that's on the. You talk about something, but you have honor. You have no honor. You have no honor, Doug Miller. You have no honor. But is the CEO going to keep their promise? And we be ready for change. I'm ready for change. Is you ready, CEOs? I'm going to tell you, God said, I'm ready for change. Is you ready? I said every Walmart employee will have a PlayStation 5. Everybody, you got to have. One thing, man, Grizz, we used to always, at 1 o'clock, we used to watch the Wendy's show. Me and Grizz used to have coffee. I went and got coffee today at Chick-fil-A. And me and Grizz always eating coffee, drinking coffee. And he said, you better go get you some coffee. Me and him always putting sugar in our coffee at Walmart. And we tried it, right? And we always put sugar in our coffee, right? And that's one of the things we just cherish the most. When I was out there in that parking lot, and your workers looked at me in racism and made me come on, Doug Miller. All the employees sat in that parking lot and looked at me with racism. Grizz knew it, right? Grizz, right? You the liar, right? See the spirit of them, right? You the liar, right? You the liar, right? You the liar, right? Watch me push cars by myself while they look at me with racism. You the liar, right? God said, I see spirit. I see mindset. You question me. You want honesty, but you can't give it. Why Russell lied to you? No, me and Russell apologized to each other. Russell said, Hubert, now you can start earning bread with us. God said, is you ready to earn bread with me, Doug Miller? Even though you have the power and Senator Ted, they will still betray me with power in their hand. God said, I'm not ready for them to see me yet. I'm not ready to walk among them. Me and this dog outside today. Ooh, man, me and him talk. Me and him got to know each other real well. I put some water that was off the ground in the cup. And I put some water in the cup and said, we was talking for a whole hour or something outside today. and we talked. I said, we just had I watched the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven, and we was talking about how a pet we was just connecting with each other and communicating that dog right now in the community. It took us a long time to grow that bond with each other and understand each other. And we sit there. He started moving the way I move, and when he saw my enemy, he stood and looked at him. I said, "Boy, we don't attack until our enemy try to attack us. We are better than that." I told that dog, we sat right there. We looked at him because he was acting up. We stood right there and I said, boy, he stood up when I stood up in today. I had a great bond when talking about all dogs go to heaven. I talked about in New Orleans when I had a pet, my neighbor had a pet snake on the West Bank. And I talked about Lucy and I talked about all the things. This is y'all world. Y'all been here before us. I say, we had all of that talk, man, this dog. What was said up in that Walmart? Fuck New Orleans. You dumb and you retarded, and I don't like niggas. That same Walmart employee was at Amazon, and she looked at me. Even my ex was over there, Doris, she denied me. God said, you deny me? You know, one thing I want Dylan Miller to know, I'm at Newman Smith High School in Carrollton, Texas, right? I'm at Newman Smith High School in Carrollton, Texas. And we had an evaluation done to say what I'm good. I'm more good at my hands, right? I didn't believe that anyway. I never let that limitate me. Then we talked about what goes on in the world. They tell me they can't do that. Do you believe that you're in a relationship? I said, yeah. What's the problem? But they didn't believe. They didn't believe of planning in them. They wanted to live in the moment. I said, let's plan. We can be in school in the moment. Let's plan. Let's plan our footstep. Even in my relationship. I'm arguing with the Social Security behind you all. Racism. Like they cut my hours down. I said, hold up. We're not understanding each other. I got an apartment on my own, and you going against me. Social Security. I can't. No, I'm not gonna give a. I come in one day at you all, and they talking about we cut his hour down, and he's still not moving. I gotta rescind this. I'm gonna have to rescind this. Damn, I messed up on. I know I should have did this different name on me. I gotta rescind it back to civil rights and reprogram all of this and send this back to the Justice Department. I gotta redo everything again. I'm gonna have to rescind this back to the civil rights. I'm gonna have to rescind this. I'm gonna have to rescind this. I'm gonna have to rescind. I realize why I messed up at. I'm gonna have to rescind my thing. I'm gonna have to rescind it again. But this is what it is, right? You trying to play me? God said you don't know who I am. I'm gonna have to resend it to everybody again. to the civil rights. I messed up. We're going to have to rescind this to the Justice Department again. We're going to have to rescind everything. I need them to understand me. So I messed up. I'm going to have to rescind this again to the Justice Department. I'm going to have to rescind this again. I'm going to have to. I messed up. Now I got to redo it. I'm going to do this again on the civil rights. I got to redo it. I got to redo it. I got to put it in there. I mess up a couple. Hey, you mess up a couple of times. If you mess up, go over to work and see something where you messed up at. If I was a Walmart, I have a typewriter for me. I hold my own little assistant typewriter. Yeah, I would have an assistant. Yes. I have an assistant. An intern. I would have a typewriter as an assistant, like a reporter as an intern. Yeah. Hey, God said we can work. There's a way that we can do this. Have somebody. There's a way I can be sitting at the office and hire me an assistant that can type this stuff up and do that for me, what I need to say and things. And do stuff. So it's a way that we can do things. God said it's a way that we can do things in the corporate. Come on. All right, I'm going to have to rescind everything. I'm going to have to rescind it. All right. But he talked about honesty. He talked about honesty, but he don't know it. I'm going to tell you how Walmart took my ideas. On my social media, when I called in 2019, do you want anybody from your phone, everybody from your phone contact will know that you're on social media, right? Right? Those very ideas, right? Dillman Miller corporate office was watching me, right? Right? Jessica, I told Jessica employee about my social media. I was calling Walmart the whole time. It's going to add up. You don't know honesty, right? And when we go back to court, we want my credential, right? You say credential, right, Doug Miller? I want my paperwork and my credentials. And my CEO badge, right? And God said, you want to play like this, Doug Miller? You want to play the dirty game, and then your marketing manager acting. What was said when I got in that thing? You see, you see, look. Xavier acting jealous. Look at the picture with my friend Tabitha. Talk about we miss you, Hubert. And gave me a hug. What do that mean? And then this big guy came in there. He don't even remember. He looked at me. After I walked, he looked at me. I saw the way he looked at me. I saw his spirit. So, you want honesty, right? God's sake, do you have honesty? Do you want the truth, right? But I told these employees this, and I want them to know around the world. In Atlanta, anybody ever check, if you work at Walmart, we'll give you a PlayStation 5. I know grown-ups got to bring their tablet. The internet need an internet box to be stronger in there. Let's keep out. You know, I worked at 2996, and I thought about getting on the karaoke, but nobody wants to get on the karaoke machine. I said, damn, I can't be the only one that's creative and active. You doing too much, man. Doing too much. Doing too much, man. Look at you doing too much. That truck doing too much. Really by my mailbox. Doing too much. Right? But yeah, I don't want you, you hear me? I don't want you. These women talking about sneaky. Hey, I don't need you, baby. Do you and have you. You think I need you? Shit, I'm staying single and focusing on me. Whoever I find, I'm in firm production. Bam. I can be this black girl at the in Addison over there in Frankfurt. She read the Data Criminal, all right? You read the Data Criminal, right? Leave me alone then. Data Criminal then. Data Criminal. They a criminal. I got a 1:30. It's almost 1:30 in here. We almost got caught. And they know they was wrong for doing that. And they still went through it with determination. They still went through it. Documents. Um, Guys, we in a new vicinity. We doing new things. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna tell you, some people don't want to change. They say you don't want to eat with us. It's the way you do. It's the way you do things. That's the main problem. The way people do things will make you want to do something different. People mad because nigga don't want to deal with that, man. I'll see y'all in a bit.